Alright, I'm sorry, Wes. Of course you're totally right about the double clicks. And you're also right about your microphone being terrible. I mean, of course that's a problem and you should get a new one. Um, you're right about the double clicks. However, the reason I'm sorry is not because of that. The reason I'm sorry is because I'm not going to stop bothering you, unfortunately. Um, listen, the thing is, I don't want to bother you. Alright? Like, genuinely, I don't want to bother you. But I think that this is a genuine problem because you're lying to so many people. Anyway, that's the only reason I made the original video. It's the only reason I'm making this video. It's not really to bother you, it's just to show people that you're just fucking lying about everything. Alright? Like, I don't want to bother you, but I kind of have to, because you're a liar. Alright? I mean, you already lied saying that the spikes in Silent Clubstep are not nerfed. Because you literally went in front of them. Like, you can see, like, in the first Clubstep monster, you went behind the first spike, Like, and because it's real. And whenever you get close to a real spike, you go behind it. Like, that's what's supposed to happen with real spikes. But with fake spikes, you go in front of them. And the person who, like, told me about that was someone who, like, verified a lot of ILL levels. I don't know if they want to be named, so... But, like, they told me about it. And then that's what the pinned comment was about, because I didn't realize that at first. But yeah. And you can see the first spike in the first Clubstep monster, he goes behind, but then the other two, he goes in front of them because they're fake. And then also, of course, there's that one spike where he just completely goes through it and he goes in front of it. Which is, I mean, that's also why it's not no-clipped, because if you no-clip and you go through a real spike, you still go behind it. So that shows that he just nerfed the level and, like, turned the real spikes, it's turned some of the real spikes into fake spikes because he went in front of them. So he's just lying, because the spikes are nerfed. Okay. So of course he's right about these two things, but those are not the things I really, like, wanted him to address. Because, like, those were, like, some of the least important things. Because, like, I don't even know if he, like, got the point of the video. I mean, I think he did, but he just intentionally, but, like, whatever. I'm gonna make this as clear as I possibly can. What I want you to address is the click variance, meaning some of your clicks audibly are way earlier than when the click actually happens on screen, and some of them are way later. Right? Like, if all of them were early or all of them were late, then that would be fine. But some of them are early and some of them are late. Which, that doesn't happen unless you're macroing. That's just straight up something that can't happen unless you're macroing. Or unless your mouse is so broken that you wouldn't even be able to beat extremes with it. Those are, like, the only two possibilities. You're either macroing, or your mouse is fucked up and you can't even, like I don't even know how you would beat extremes with a mouse like that. And also the same thing with, like, there's one part in Rosette Twilight where you let go of the button. You let go of the mouse button and then you repress it. But in the CPS counter, you can see that, like, you're holding the entire time. And then there's another part where you click in a UFO, where, like, you would normally die if you click there, but, very luckily the click didn't get registered. Again, I don't know, like, how you would even beat extremes if that was due to a broken mouse. Like, I'm not gonna, like saying that that's, like, if you say that that's because your mouse is broken, that's a bullshit excuse. Right? Like that is not an excuse that I will accept. I will not accept the broken mouse excuse because there's no way that you can beat extremes with a mouse like that, especially in the amount of attempts that you claim. Like Phobos in 1,000 attempts, for example. Like there's no way you're doing that with a broken mouse. Or firepower in 4,000 attempts with a mouse like that is just not feasible. Um, anyway, but I mean, okay, you might say that it's because of a broken mouse. So here's one way you can prove that. Record an unedited video where, I mean, I don't know, maybe you just make some random level in the editor. It can also be an empty level, probably. It would be better maybe if it was like an actually hard level, but an empty level is maybe good enough. And then I want you to show, first of all, that there's absolutely nothing in the editor, because it is possible to make a macro in the editor that you can click over. You know, that is possible. I'm pretty sure. So I need you to show that there's nothing in the editor, then I need you to show your mod menu the whole time so that I can see that you're not using a bot. Like, I need you to somehow show on screen that you're not, like, toggling a macro at any point, you know? Because obviously you could have, like, you could show that you don't have a bot at the beginning, but then you could press a keybind after, like, getting rid of the mod menu. So you need to show the whole time that you're not toggling a macro. And I also need you to show a green sheet indicator at the end. And you know, basically I need the clicks to be audible, because if it is because of a broken mouse, then like surely like the click variants and stuff would happen, like even without a macro, even with a green sheet indicator and everything. You know, like clearly it would still happen, right? Like in that video that I'm asking you to make. Right, so that would be the way you would prove that this happens without a macro. So your two options for me to stop bothering you are either, you know, prove that it's not a macro and that like the click variant still happens, doing everything that I just told you to do, or admit to cheating. Like, those are the two ways I'm gonna stop bothering you. I'm gonna keep bothering you as long as you keep lying to people and not giving good enough evidence that you're legit. So, that's all I want to say.